Good day, everybody. Again, my name is Eric Leyland, and I am pleased to bring you the next edition of our newsletter. If you've been following along, again, we talk all things digital marketing, all things involving in programmatic advertising and online marketing and the search engines and social media and all the places that your brand is going to be at. So I wanted to take some time and go a little bit into this latest newsletter that Simplify put out. And it really just kind of goes into some of the going ons as we head into February and go into spring, some of the things that are coming out and are top of mind. If you've been a part of this newsletter before, we've talked a lot about the things that are happening in 2024 with cookies going away. Sort of, if you've been following along, it's been a little bit of a rocky start for that. Google's figuring it out, and again, we're just kind of waiting and in that wait and see moment. But at its core, again, there's lots that's happening as we get into this year. And so this newest edition of the newsletter that Simplify has put out kind of goes into some of the stuff that's happening right now. And when we look at all the changes that are happening, all the things that are coming out, we just had a weekend of football, and there's lots of marketing that's happening during the game. And so it's critical that you have a good plan for making sure that your ads and your messaging and your targeting align with reaching your audiences. And I've talked a lot about, like, when you look at the digital media buying environment, there's three main places that you need to go. So when we're talking to agencies or if we're talking to marketers, those are three major buckets that you have to buy into. There's search, which is, everybody say it together, it's predominantly Google, right? So when you look at social, yes, it's fractured. There's lots of social media places to be, but by and large, when you're talking about buying media, you talk to most businesses, local businesses, agencies of any size. Really, media is being bought through Meta. You can attack and target Facebook. You can target Instagram, WhatsApp. These are the major players when it comes to buying media. Yes, I know Snapchat and TikTok and LinkedIn. These are all areas that media buying is placing. But by and large, Meta is the largest one. And then again, when you look at the third channel, it's the rest of the web, right? You're looking at the programmatic inventory that, again, Simplify is buying into and that I help to manage. So when you look at that, there's a lot, right? You're talking about connected TV, mobile app targeting, audio, display, native, all these areas. There's tons and tons of places to be. That's why it's important to have a software solution like Simplify to be able to connect with them. And you have to have a good strategy. So again, one of the things that they put out is how to maximize your strategy to make sure that you're actually connecting with users as they're in these different places. And we know that it's important, especially as we look at, and I love this, if you have time, definitely listen to this interview of State of the Screens by Michael Beach. It's really kind of poignant to understand what's happening with screens. I look around my office, there's probably like 30 screens in my office alone, between tablets and phones and computers and, again, everything. And there's not even connected TVs in this office. I have that in my house, right? So there are so many places to be. You have to get your mind wrapped around how to target it all. And that's where technology comes into play. You have to have a strategy and then the ability to implement that strategy and go to market. And so when we're looking at targeting all these places and making sure that you have the ability and viability into the future to be in these spots, you have to have the practice and the application. And that's where, again, Simplify, and hopefully by watching this newsletter, you're starting to educate yourself about all the options that are at your fingertips. Now you have to actually do it. Don't be caused to pause because it's just so much information, right? There are so many places to be. Don't let that stop you, right? Charge through it and know that, and this is an important piece, so I hope you latch onto it, know that things are flexible, right? Just because you have this strategy that's set up, if things are going sideways, you can change it. Nothing is set in stone when it comes to doing this type of marketing and the direction and the guidance. You want different channels set up in your programmatic advertising. You want different, ad groups if you're doing Google ads. You want different creative if you're talking about Meta. Like, again, be flexible, but don't just sit on the sidelines. This is an extremely point in our marketing timeline, and you need to be engaged in it. So talking about this year, political is going to be a huge, huge piece to this. If you're in the political world, I'm praying for you. It's going to be a crazy year. But again, being active and being engaged in these areas, if you're political, is going to be really, really important. and doing quick turnarounds for a lot of this stuff is, again, stuff that we see. So just be prepared for it if you're in the political. What I did want to spend some time into is understanding what Simplify is doing for our clients. So we've talked a little bit about all the challenges, connected TV, all the things that are going on in the political realm. ZTV, if you've talked to me or if you've been in this newsletter or around Simplify, ZTV is an offering that is helping advertisers reach viewers where they're at. And because we know that there's so many options and there's so many things that are going on, we want an effective way to be able to reach audiences and not overpay for that inventory. So you can see here, the idea of reaching Hulu and ESPN and Paramount, Sling TV, and these other places that is $16 CPM is definitely desirable. Again, to peel back the layers on this, connected TV inventory is typically really, really expensive. And so when we look at what Simplify is doing is it's trying to help advertisers have a way to go to market, to have a strategy that's going to enable us to have lower CPMs, so more media dollars are going to reaching audiences. And so when we look at this case study, and we're going to click in on it, this is a national health insurance provider that used Simplify's ZTV targeting solution to really get a good reach of people in these different environments. And look at some of these sources where they were able to connect. We have ESPN and Hulu and Sling TV and Fox Sports. These are all environments where the ads were being distributed and then they were actually connecting. And you can see all the great metrics from this campaign alone. You can read all the verbiage about this specific advertiser, but I want you to look at exactly what this is all about. It's all about targeting these really powerful venues and also providing it at a really good cost per thousand. And again, it works. It's about getting the message in front of this. But this is just one channel. On top of this, we can do retargeting and remarketing and native advertising and audio, layering on top and going back to, again, that flexible understanding of how to do digital marketing well. Don't be just trapped in one thing and putting all your eggs in that one basket. You need to be in all these different places. You need to be in Google. You need to be in social. You really need to be invested in this area of programmatic so you can build your brand on some of these powerful, powerful areas, just like this health insurance provider was doing through our offering at ZTV. So again, if you have questions about how to do connected TV, how to do this type of advertising, how to get these types of results, reach out to me and we can set up a time to do some discovery and see if it's a good fit for you. So again, my name is Eric Leyland. We talk all things digital and I'm here to help. Thanks and have a great day.